Hidden within our daily thoughts and interactions are subtle triggers that quietly chip away at our confidence. These silent saboteurs often go unnoticed, blending seamlessly into the routines and patterns of our lives. Yet their effect can be profound over time. A casual comment from a coworker, a fleeting comparison on social media, or even an internal voice of criticism can slowly plant seeds of self-doubt. At first, these doubts may seem insignificant, like whispers in the background of our minds. But if left unchecked, they can grow louder and stronger, shaping the way we view ourselves and the world around us. Inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy's teachings on the power of the subconscious mind, we can begin to understand how these subtle mental cues influence our beliefs and behaviors, often without our conscious awareness. Murphy emphasized that our subconscious mind absorbs every experience, thought, and emotion, and if negative patterns are allowed to take root, they can manifest as limitations in our personal and professional lives. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward reclaiming control over our thoughts and, by extension, our reality. These self-doubt triggers often appear in ways that feel completely natural. For example, you might find yourself hesitating to speak up in meetings, even when you have valuable ideas, because a quiet inner voice convinces you that others will judge or dismiss you. Similarly, social interactions can unintentionally reinforce self-doubt. Noticing that someone else achieved something before you, or comparing your progress to someone else's highlight reel, can subtly diminish your sense of capability. Many of us do not even realize that these small moments accumulate, quietly influencing the decisions we make and the risks we are willing to take. By paying close attention to these mental patterns and becoming more aware of how external influences affect us, we can start to differentiate between genuine challenges and imaginary obstacles created by our own minds. Dr. Joseph Murphy taught that understanding and reshaping our subconscious beliefs is key to breaking free from these limiting influences. By identifying the subtle triggers that provoke self-doubt, we can consciously replace them with positive affirmations, constructive thought patterns, and empowering habits. For instance, when you notice a critical inner voice arising, you can pause and redirect your focus towards self-encouragement and gratitude for your progress, however small. This deliberate practice strengthens the mind's natural ability to build confidence and resilience. Over time, the more we recognize and address these silent saboteurs, the less control they hold over our decisions, behaviors, and emotions. The process requires patience, self-awareness, and a commitment to nurturing positive mental habits. But the results are transformative: greater self-belief, clearer decision-making, and a stronger sense of personal empowerment. In essence, these subtle self-doubt triggers are not invincible. They are patterns that can be observed, understood, and consciously reshaped. By applying the principles inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy, anyone can learn to protect their confidence from these quiet underminers, replacing doubt with clarity and self-assurance. The journey begins with awareness, simply noticing when these mental whispers arise, and continues through deliberate action, affirmations, and the conscious cultivation of empowering thoughts. What once seemed automatic or inevitable can gradually be transformed into a mindset of possibility, growth, and unwavering self-belief. Once we begin to recognize the subtle triggers of self-doubt, the next step is learning how to address them consciously and deliberately. These triggers often appear in the form of habitual thoughts, recurring fears, or unnoticed behaviors that reinforce a sense of inadequacy. For example, many people automatically assume the worst when facing a new challenge, thinking, "I probably won't succeed," or "I'm not capable enough." These automatic responses are deeply rooted in the subconscious mind, a concept Dr. Joseph Murphy explored extensively, emphasizing that our beliefs shape our experiences far more than we often realize. When these negative patterns are left unchecked, they can silently guide our choices, leading us to avoid opportunities, settle for less than we deserve, or diminish our sense of personal accomplishment. By shining a light on these patterns, we can begin the process of transformation, turning self-limiting beliefs into empowering truths that guide us toward confidence and growth. Practical awareness is key. Start by observing your thoughts without judgment, paying close attention to moments when hesitation, fear, or inner criticism arises. Perhaps you notice that before every presentation, your mind drifts toward imagining failure, or maybe you consistently downplay your achievements to others out of fear of seeming boastful. These are the silent saboteurs in action, subtly shaping your self-image and your behavior. Inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy, the most effective way to counter these influences is through repetition, visualization, and positive affirmation. By consciously affirming your capabilities, even in small, believable ways, you begin to reprogram your subconscious to expect success rather than failure. Over time, these deliberate mental practices replace doubt with confidence, gradually shifting your automatic responses from fear and hesitation to courage and self-assurance. Another common source of subtle self-doubt is comparison. In today's connected world, it is easy to glance at someone else's life, on social media, at work, or even within family circles, and feel inadequate by comparison. These comparisons often trigger feelings of envy or insecurity, quietly undermining your belief in your own potential. Dr. Joseph Murphy taught that the subconscious mind does not differentiate between imagined scenarios and reality. If you consistently focus on your perceived shortcomings, your subconscious accepts these thoughts as truths and influences your actions accordingly. To break this cycle, it's essential to redirect your attention to your own progress, strengths, and possibilities. By celebrating small achievements, setting realistic goals, and nurturing a mindset of gratitude, you create a mental environment where confidence can flourish naturally. It's also important to recognize how social cues and subtle criticism can contribute to self-doubt. Even casual remarks from friends, colleagues, or family members can influence the subconscious mind if they reinforce negative beliefs. For instance, a passing comment like, "Are you sure you can handle this?" may seem harmless, but repeated exposure can plant seeds of uncertainty that grow silently over time. By becoming more mindful of these interactions and consciously choosing which feedback to internalize, you protect your confidence and maintain control over your self-image. The combination of awareness, mental reframing, and positive affirmation, central principles in Dr. Joseph Murphy's philosophy, empowers you to confront these silent saboteurs with clarity and resilience. Ultimately, overcoming subtle self-doubt is not about eradicating all negative thoughts, but about learning to observe, understand, and consciously redirect them. The mind has incredible capacity for growth and transformation, and by practicing intentional thought patterns, visualization, and positive reinforcement, anyone can gradually neutralize the quiet forces that undermine self-confidence. Through awareness and consistent practice, inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy's timeless teachings, what once felt automatic and limiting becomes a deliberate path towards self-belief, empowerment, and lasting personal growth. Now that we understand how self-doubt quietly takes root in our minds, the next step is to take intentional action to neutralize it. Awareness alone is not enough. It must be paired with practical exercises that train the mind to focus on confidence, positivity, and personal empowerment. Inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy, one of the most effective methods is the practice of daily affirmations. Affirmations are simple, positive statements that you repeat regularly to your subconscious mind. When done consistently, they help replace old, limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, you might start your day by saying, "I am capable of achieving my goals," or "I trust my abilities and take confident action every day." Over time, these statements influence your thoughts, behaviors, and even your emotional responses, gradually shifting your mindset from doubt to self-assurance. Visualization is another powerful technique emphasized by Dr. Joseph Murphy. The subconscious mind responds to vivid mental imagery as if it were reality. This means that by imagining yourself successfully navigating challenges, confidently presenting ideas, or achieving personal goals, you are conditioning your mind to expect success. Take a few minutes each day to close your eyes and picture yourself moving through situations with confidence, poise, and clarity. Feel the emotions of success and satisfaction as if it is happening right now. This practice strengthens your mental pathways, making self-doubt less likely to take hold in real-life situations. The combination of affirmation and visualization creates a positive feedback loop, reinforcing belief in your capabilities and making confidence an automatic response rather than a conscious effort. Journaling can also play a transformative role in overcoming subtle self-doubt. By writing down your thoughts, fears, and recurring self-critical patterns, you bring hidden mental habits into the light. Once identified, you can challenge these thoughts directly and replace them with constructive alternatives. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough for this project," write it down, and then consciously reframe it. "I have the skills and experience needed, and I am capable of learning whatever is necessary to succeed." Over time, this deliberate practice trains your mind to focus on possibilities rather than limitations, strengthening your inner resilience and boosting self-belief. Additionally, mindful interaction with others can reduce the influence of external triggers of self-doubt. Surround yourself with supportive people who uplift and encourage growth rather than judgment or criticism. At the same time, practice selective attention, choosing which opinions to internalize and which to release. Dr. Joseph Murphy emphasized that the subconscious mind absorbs everything we focus on, so protecting it from negative input is crucial. Small daily choices, like pausing before reacting to criticism, reframing negative feedback, and focusing on constructive guidance, can significantly reduce the quiet erosion of confidence over time. Finally, integrating these strategies consistently into your daily life creates a powerful shield against self-doubt. By combining affirmations, visualization, journaling, and mindful social interaction, you train your subconscious to prioritize belief in yourself. What once was a quiet underminer of your confidence gradually transforms into a catalyst for personal growth and empowerment. With patience, dedication, and practices inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy, self-doubt loses its grip, allowing your true potential to emerge. Over time, these conscious actions become habits, reinforcing a mindset of confidence, resilience, and unstoppable self-belief that guides your choices, decisions, and overall life trajectory.